First of all, I'm going to tell you, because some of you, how many is it, 69, 70? Some of you are going to get pulled over for DUI, or your friends are, so you need to spread the word. I'm going to give you some simple rules about what you do. It's not that hard. There's nothing illegal about it. It's called your constitutional rights. Remember, Ron White said you had the right to remain silent, but I didn't have the ability. Remember that? Okay. Well, that may be you, and what comes out of your mouth will cost you your case. So if you do not have cuffs on, and you're not in the back of a police car already arrested, everything before that, questions, field tests, handheld testers, all voluntary, optional, no penalty. You don't have to do any of that. You keep your license. You don't have to do any of it. The more you talk, the more you try to explain, the more you try to say, I only had this, or I only had that, or I just, you probably smell it on my breath because I just finished my last Mai Tai or whatever. It's all going to be played back at court. In fact, they keep the camera on from the roadway when they're transporting you to jail. They flip the camera around to your face and film you all the way to jail. So don't be picking your nose if you could with the handcuffs on. Don't be saying anything stupid. Don't go to sleep, because then they'll say you were so drunk you couldn't even stay awake so they could get you to jail. So be aware that video is live in person in police cars. And they have microphones on their shirt, and they have a microphone in the back seat. You could whisper back there. You could whisper nasty things to your cop, and it will be on that tape. So you can remember that simple rule. Everything's voluntary, everything's optional, no penalty. You're going to do very well, because the next step is you're going to be read a card called the implied consent card, and they're going to tell you that if you don't take this test, we're going to take away your right to drive instead of yours for 12 months. Now, if you don't take their test, that's what may happen, because all the officers in this county show up late for those hearings. I've not seen one not show up. But when you finish their test, you have the right in Georgia to your own independent test. You can pick where you want to go. Now, unfortunately, as opposed to Atlanta, which is the mecca of DUIs, 41% of the DUIs are in the 4 metro Atlanta counties, which is why I'm there. I used to be here, and I had to leave paradise to make more money. So, plain and simple. But I still come over here. I've got cases pending here. We had a case not even finished about 8 months ago on the Nessa case that they had to tax strip all 4 of the stars and throw him out of the car on his face where he didn't trap himself right in front of the cop. It's a very interesting case, but with Randall's help, we got the case like 9 charges dropped to disrupt the strike. Because he really didn't know he was driving. He was a magazine graduate from school here and never been in any trouble. Actually worked for an alcohol distributor. So he said the last thing I'm going to do is go out driving and have him years watching the race game. But you know, you wake up, start driving, and they couldn't get him to stop for about 6 miles. So they take you down, they give you a breath test. You can say, I'd like to go get my own independent test. If you know somebody who can draw blood, an EMT, a doctor, a registered nurse, just have them do it. They have the right equipment to do it. You do need a breast tube because you need the right preservative and anticoagulant in it. So, and then from there, they'll take you back to jail. You can also go for blood. You're not going to have a reading. And you can say, officer, I really appreciate you taking me over here, and I paid St. Mary's, or I paid Athens Regional now. You should ask the general when I was here. I paid them. You know what I want? I want to know what my breath test is on a different breath machine. So if you'll take me to a different police department, not yours, I'd like to get a breath test, and I'll pay for that too. Now, you have that right, and the cops don't know you have that right. But under one case in 1991 called Turner v. State, the case held that when the person asked for a second test, because the first one was not readily available, since the officer can ask you for all 3 tests, you can ask for all 3 tests. So you can ask to go to another breath test location to take a breath test. With 2 exceptions in my 35.5 years, the cops have told people to go F themselves, and I take them any F place else, and they can basically kiss my, you know what. They're not going to take me anywhere. I've already given you your independent test, you're not getting more. Well, we get the whole breath test, blood test, everything from now, because the officer has to accommodate all of your reasonable requests. And believe me, if they got a .18 breath on you, and you ask to go to your blood test at X hospital, and they say, no, you can't go there, pick another one, They take you to White Hospital, and it's a point blood. I get all of that thrown out, and we win those cases. So there's your magic button. Without cuffs, do nothing, say nothing, you did nothing. Simply hand your license, and they say, is that your current address, is that your name? Yes, that's it, no more conversation. You're not going to get to call a lawyer. In Georgia, they don't say you have any right to talk to an attorney. So it's whatever you know when you're stopped. You're not going to get a call. I've even had a client whose lawyer was in the passenger seat of his Porsche, about from here to there. He said, "Can I just ask him whether I should do this or not?" I said, "No way, I'm going to let you talk to that lawyer." That far away, and I let you talk. So that's your legal lesson on DUI.